Welcome to my channel. My name is Burgerella and this video is about Crime Scene Cleaner. I've been wanting to make this video for a while because I'm a huge fan of this game. I paid full price for this because I was too impatient to wait for a sale. Steam seems to have some really good simulators and I'm glad that some of them are coming over to PlayStation finally. I'm not sure if I've made it clear already, but I'm a huge fan of simulator games. After I got the Platinum for Power Wash Simulator 4 times and 100%ed the game twice, I was left wanting something the same but different. I had a look on the PlayStation shop and there was Crime Scene Cleaner. Exactly what I was looking for. You might think, ew, who on earth would want to play that? It sounds gross. Initially it was kinda gross because there's a lot of blood, but as you progress you get desensitized and it's actually one of the most relaxing and chill gaming experiences I've had in a while. When I initially played the game and got the clips for this video, there was only a Platinum for this game. Since it's taken me so long to make this video, there was DLC released, so I'm gonna cover that too in this video. Because it's pretty good as far as DLC goes, and even better than that, it was free, which we all love to see. There is a bit of a story to follow along within this game, but it's not super in-depth or anything. You play as a janitor with a daughter that is quite ill because it's set in the USA and there are a lot of medical bills. So you do a job to help a friend out and you discover he knows some shady characters, and one of those shady people phones you after your first job to recruit you as a crime scene cleaner for people that operate outside the law. There's not really much else to the story other than some commentary in the levels. But in all honesty, I'm not playing simulator games for the story, but I do appreciate they added something to make it more interesting. I ended up getting the Platinum for this game twice because I enjoyed it so much the first time that I decided to do it again. The Platinum isn't too bad, and that's probably why the rarity on PSNP is 60%. It's a 2 out of 10 difficulty, and the guide says it should take under 15 hours. After completing the DLC, I have 37 hours on the game, so how accurate that is I'm not really sure. In the base game, there are 51 trophies, including the Platinum. The bulk of these trophies are for finishing the levels, and there's a separate trophy for each mission to finish with a perfect score. To get a perfect score, you need to find all the evidence, clean up all the blood, and get rid of all the bodies and pick up all the trash. It's not too bad to get this done, however the trash will probably cause you to pull your hair out because sometimes it can glitch through the floor so you can't get to it anymore. So that's why every level you should always start with the trash. You can also break things, so you have to be careful not to smash all the breakable objects in each level. The mop is great, but it does try and break everything in the vicinity, so it's worth just using the sponge to play it safe. These trophies will end up taking you the most time, and if you don't get a perfect score, you do have to start the mission over again, so take it from me and get the trash done first. I know I'm talking like you own to play this game, but I really think you, random person watching this video, should play Crime Scene Cleaner. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, I just flippin' love this game, guys. Something I noticed about the trophies was that a lot of them sounded like song titles, so I had a look online to see if the trophies were names of songs, and it turns out the majority of them are. There is a post on the Steam community page that I found that lists all of the artists of the song titles, which I thought was pretty cool. I know sometimes people think simulator games are nothing but AI slop, and that does make me sad because there are simulators that have a lot of effort put in, like this game for example, and they are still tarred with the same brush. Not to mention the fact that there are so many rip-off games on the PlayStation Store now that you need to do research before you buy so you don't end up buying a game that a no-good copycat made. All of that to say that the trophy names are really cool references to songs. There are so many trophies in this game for doing random things. A lot of them are specific to levels, and you can easily miss them. There are pretty easy ones, for example, cleaning up your first bloodstain, which 98% of people have on PSNP. You would think it would be at 100% because if you're not cleaning any bloodstains in this game, then what are you actually doing? There's another trophy for knocking over your bucket 15 times, which you can very easily do without much effort if you're as oblivious and unaware of your surroundings as me. When you're so deep in the cleaning zone, you forget where you left your bucket and suddenly you hear a noise of it falling over. That's actually why I just left the bucket at the filling stations, because I would just keep knocking it over. Plus, the trophy is Oops I Did It Again, so you have to appreciate the Britney reference. There are some other trophies for doing things a certain amount of times. Two of the easiest ones are obviously the ones for petting your dog Dexter. Every time you go into your apartment, you immediately have to go and greet the doggy because what kind of person are you if you don't? Another trophy is to pop 30 balloons. The way I did this was to pop these balloons in the doorway, because I did it by accident once, and I found it to be the fastest way to pop them. There is another trophy for breaking 30 objects, which can be pretty easy if you just mop everything and have no regard for the objects around you, or just want to create 10 million pieces of trash to pick up. I didn't get this trophy during the main game because I didn't want to make the perfect score more difficult. I did end up going to the museum and finding a bunch of vases to smash in order to get this trophy. One reason you would avoid trying to get this during the main game is because there is a trophy for completing a level without breaking anything. I did this trophy twice, and the first time I did it was in the first job, and that was done with heavy use of the sponge and moving very, very gingerly. The second time I got it was the second mission in the spa, and I wasn't really trying to get the trophy specifically, but I was just an actual professional on that job. One trophy I did have some trouble with was the basketball trophy. I was watching this clip back in horror because how can I be so bad? As you can see, it took me a good while to get this trophy. There's more than one opportunity to get this trophy because there's one in the first job, which this clip is from, and there's another one in the Affair with Death job, which I'm sure I did it without too much trouble the first time. But I guess I don't do well when I know I'm recording my gameplay because, oh my days, was this one hard to watch. I wasn't going to include the toilet paper pyramid trophy, but I looked at the clip of this one as well and I just laughed. I'm not really sure how you're supposed to knock all of these off, but I find it hilarious how I will find the most awkward and inefficient ways to do things, and somehow they still work. Call Me Maybe trophy is for ignoring Big Jim's call in the Trial by Blood mission. If you don't pick up the phone, I'm pretty sure he lets the elevator fall and you die. Which is actually so petty of Big Jim, but honestly, I kind of relate because what else are you doing if you're not talking to me? There is another trophy for putting a toaster in the bath, which is called Electric Feel by MGMT, which is in fact a very good song, and this trophy made me add it to my playlist again after years of not hearing it. There is also this trophy for watching a cat video in the short circuit job, which I didn't really know what to make of, but the cat is very cute, so you know what, he probably deserves the shrine they made for him in that level. That's pretty much it for the trophies in the main game. There are a few other trophies for finding secrets in the levels, but they're not really that interesting. That being said, if you've made it this far into a video about Crime Scene Cleaner, maybe I could drone on for another 2 hours. Only joking, I think I only have about an hour's worth of voice left for the day. I want to talk about the DLC before I end the video because I thought the DLC was very good and it was free, so I like it even more now. They added Base Plus trophies, which has trophies for unlocking all the skills in the game, and that trophy wasn't in the base game. In order to get the skill points, I did the True Cleaner challenges that were included with the Nightmare DLC update. True Cleaner basically means you can't use your cleaner sense to check for blood, and there are no indicators of where the evidence is, which means you pretty much have to go by memory, which I did the majority of the True Cleaner missions, but only got 100% score in the first 2 jobs because I missed things in the others. In the Nightmare DLC, each level has been rearranged or changed in some way. There are trophies for completing all the Nightmare jobs, completing a True Cleaner challenge, and for collecting music discs. The Nightmare missions were more than I was expecting. Each level was similar to the original, but they added random elements to them, like in Short Circuit where there was no gravity for everything except you. In the Friendly Fire level, you have to build a huge cardboard castle. I wasn't expecting to enjoy these Nightmare levels as much as I did. I feel like I will go back to this game a lot because it's just an easy and chilled out game. I do want to give it a burger rating before I go, and I'm going to give this game a 5 out of 5 burgers. Now, this is a personal rating that reflects what I like in a game. I just found it was everything I wanted out of a Crime Scene Cleaner game, and my only complaint is that there aren't more levels I can play. If you like simulators, then this game is worth playing because it's one of the better ones. That's it for this video. If you watched all the way through, then a big thank you. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but it is mine. If this is the last video of the year, then Happy New Year, and I will see you in the big 2026 with new videos, I hope. Thanks for watching!